Hi everyone, I'm Chanel from Stampin Stilettos, and today I am very happy, but I am a little bit sad. And the reason for that is I am very happy because I have finished my blue Eclectic journal for my friend. That's what I've called it because it's very eclectic and it's blue. I'm very happy because I finished it and I'm really happy with how it's turned out. But I'm a little bit sad as well because I've become really attached to it. It's going to be going sometime today. She has actually seen it. She absolutely loves it. I have sold it, so that's the good news. But I didn't realise that you actually get so attached to your journals when you're making them. I have made a couple which I have kept, but this is well, I have made another one which I gave away, but it wasn't as elaborate or so much in the other one that I gave away. This is the first one that I've, you know, sort of worked really hard on, and I'm actually really attached to it, and a little bit sad if I'm honest, because I really love it. But this is a final flip through. I have put everything in it, and I'm going to show you what I've done with it. So let's have a look. So okay, so on the front, this is just decoupaged photos. This was just cardstock, double-sided cardstock, and this is a soft cover journal. It has got two, has it got one? No, so it's only got one signature in, but it is quite, you know, chunky. I have just sewn lace down the side here and stuck lace on the spine here. And then this was from just an old necklace from the car boot. It's got some lovely charms on, and then the flamingo was put on for her for personal reasons. This was just a key ring that I took the key ring charm off, and I've just put an eyelet up the top and attached those there, and just run some little lace here and just stuck the journal on them. And underneath the decoupage is some book pages under there, and I've put eyelet enclosure and lots of a ribbon. So there's some organza ribbon and some satin ribbon. So I've just done the two different styles there. So in the front page, we've just got a corner, flip corner there, tuck spot, and here this is just some printables. Some are from Auntie May's, some are from Tsunami Rose. So even throughout the book I've used printables from you know, different people, and some free printables as well. So this is a printable. It has got a proper French vintage stamp from 1928 on there. And in all my journals that I'm going to be doing, I think I mentioned before that I will be having some actual vintage ephemera in there, whether it's a photo or something from a book page, stamps. This is actually a print from a 1852 book from the Punch, what was it? It was just a publication, Punch publication, but it's from a book from 1852, which I just thought was cute. And then just a flamingo print there. And then here, this is one of my vintage photos that I've just copied and printed out and then just cut out. And this is from an antique book. And then I've just done some stenciling and put some lace down the side there. And on this side, we just have a tuck spot, and this is covered with some lovely lace, some more flowered lace there. And then I have, because my friend is very much into vintage clothing, and that's what, she's also a hairdresser, but she also has a shop that she sells vintage clothes and furniture. She shabby chic's furniture up, so you'll see some of that in the book. And she also is an artist as well, so that's why we have the two different things going on here, the kind of modern and the vintage. So this is just a, this I actually got in my Happy Mail, so I've put one of these in. So this is my Happy Mail from Sheila. So I've put that in because I loved the clothing there. This is a little booklet that I've made. And it is just 2 Project Life cards that I've covered with coffee dyed paper. And then this is a printout. Oh, actually, were these both? No, these were both Project Life cards, actually, sorry. And then I've just put lace, trim and eyelets. And in here is just 2 little pockets. There's just 2 little printouts there. And then I've just tied it with some, just some cord there. Get this back in. What I'll do is I'll do that off camera afterwards, I think. Otherwise we'll be here forever. And this is one of her pieces of artwork, and I've just sewn this in. And then you have some journaling space here. Just stenciled. This is just from a paper pad. And I've covered this with a printable, I think this Tsunami Rose. Made a banner tuck spot up here and put a little fabric ruffle there. And then we have some lace and a pom-pom trim. And then these are just printables, coffee dyed on coffee dyed paper. And that's just tucked under there. Like that. And then we have on this side, these are 3 pockets. And I've covered this with some fabric samples from a fabric sample book. Put a little lace butterfly there and just tucked a little ticket in there. Excuse me. And on the tags, these are from a indigo blue stamp set. And this is just on coffee dyed lined paper. And on the other side, it's just, these are some Tsunami Rose printables. And here's a little mason jar. I won't undo it, it's just a little thing to a journaling spot there. And again, these fabric samples, some binding, seam binding, ribbon and some lace. Some more journaling spaces. And then we have a belly band with some lace on. And then this is a little booklet that I made. And what this is just stitched down the middle. This has just got some assortment of papers, coffee dyed papers, printables in there. And I've just sewn straight down the middle like that to hold them in place. And then I did a little tuck spot pocket with a tag, and this was from a dress. I just cut out a flower off of a lace dress and put it on one of the printables. This is a vintage photo, and this was from 1932. Again, I put this in because of the kind of fashion element of this photo. And these have these 2 tuck spot pockets with coffee dyed paper, and it's got like a little dangle on there. And then we have another journaling spot here with another pull out tag there. And we've got the bird theme going as well throughout here. And this is just some decoupage paper there. And it's got like a little envelope, printable, and just like a little journaling piece there. And then a little journaling spot there as well. And some more of that fabric trim and some little flowers and I think that's cheesecloth there that I've used. I have done some stitching off my sewing machine, flowers down there to sew this pocket in. And in the pocket here I have a square doily envelope and just a printable, and that's coffee dyed. And then this is a little flip out book, and it has got a photo of her son, and there's just some journaling space in there on both sides. And then that just has some seam binding ribbon just to hold it all together. And these are just extra bits that I added yesterday when I was putting it together. Oh, get this done up. There you go. And then that's just tucked into the pocket with that envelope there. And then we have some more of her artwork, some journaling space, and then here is a just a corner tuck spot on book page paper, some lace, some satin material, and some eyelash trim with a this was just a sticker, but it's, you know, coated, and a die cut there. And then a little flower is on this card. This is her mum, and some journaling space, a little printable, and another little printable there. And then here are my new altered paper clips. Oops. And these are using, I'm going to be doing a video in the week how to make these from my printables on my Etsy store. And these are proper vintage photos that I have scanned in, and I have made a like embellishment. And this is just a chain with a charm on from a car boot item, some lace with a ribbon and a little bead. And I just love how these have turned out. And then that's just holding on some printables there, just a printable on coffee dyed paper, printable journaling card, and another printable there. And that's all held on. Now we have a journaling spot there, but what I've done is I have just popped that on there. Oh, I just love how they have turned out. But I'll be doing a video next week and showing you my new printables that are on my Etsy store, because I also have a botanical themed digital kit as well. So that's all exciting, which I'll be launching next week. So again, we have some journaling space, and then another one of her images, and just some trim that I got from the car boot. We have another pocket here, and in the pocket here I have a little button card with some vintage buttons on. And this is from a vintage book, and this is Lady's Smock, which I thought was cute, and some more of this trim, and that's just sewn on a card with some the book pages. And this I know is very modern, but it's just a little unicorn booklet that I made just to go in there as a little bit of fun. And then over this side we just have a doily and just a printable, a lovely flamingo. We're using some more of this trim, a paper flower, and some more printables in there. Oh, I've just noticed that's a bit wishy-washy. I might have to change that. And then just a tag with some seam binding ribbon, more journaling space, and then here is just a pocket with another piece of her artwork, some more printables, and another tag there. Sorry, my brain went dead there. And then this is from one of my other kits that's on my Etsy store. These lovely ladies, vintage ladies. and this is put on a glassine bag, printed on tracing paper, and it's all lovely and crinkly with some lace, a die cut, and a little ticket there. Another printable, and this is another one of my altered paper clips, and this is a picture of her dog that sadly passed away, and some lovely lace and a flower there. So that's just held on with that. And then we have some journaling paper there, but I've doubled it up because it's not very thick when I've put this clip on there. Oops, we missed. There, that's done. And then on this side, I had just clipped these little bits here because she's a hairdresser. This is an old vintage advert. And then because she's into her vintage furniture, I've just put that in as well. And then her little scissors. So we've just clipped that on the other side. And here we have some more of the images from my digital kit, and we've put this on Mod Podge this, and it's all crinkly again, and we have 3 different tags, and this is just coffee dyed paper, and it's got a lovely lace trim. Another mason jar. Actually, I forgot to put some seam binding ribbon on there. I must do that. Ooh, nearly. And then we have another tag there. Right, I mustn't forget to put some ribbon around there. Thank goodness I had a final flip through. And here we have some more fabric and just some paper, DSP, and then some vintage. This is some vintage lace that I got from the car boot, and it is all stained, but I like it. And some other lace there. Some more of the trim. And then here we have a, no, I have actually tied this up, but it is a tag that you've got journaling space there, and then this is just a belly band with a printable there. Right, I'll tie that back up afterwards. And then I have a book page, an envelope pocket with a flip there, and a lovely little pug embellishment, and a button, vintage button lace. And here, this is some wallpaper samples, and I just thought it was just so lovely on book pages on an old, on like a tag. And then just a printable. And some more printables back here. And then here we have just a photo of her and her husband, a embellishment, and this was a quote that she had on her Facebook, which I took and just put it on a Project Life card, and just a printable there, and just a tuck spot pocket there. And then we have here a tuck spot. It's a little book, this is, for some more journaling space, and it is just coffee dyed paper, and I've made that into a pocket. And here we have another vintage photo, which I just thought was adorable, and a postcard there. I shall tie that up after. And we're coming to the last page here, which is some more of her artwork, and this is a decoupage napkin onto a book page, and used as a tuck spot with another. This is a double tag journaling spot, and a little lace band there, and just a little pocket. And then the last page, sorry, is this just little tuck spot there, and some more of her artwork, and just some printables just to journal on. So that is my finished journal. I do absolutely love how it's turned out. Super excited that it's done and it's sold, so that's a bonus as well. So I really hope you've enjoyed this series. I will be starting my next one next week, and this is a journal that I've already started, so it's one that I'm going to be finishing, and then after that I will be doing one from start to finish. And lots more of other videos coming up next week. Going to the car boot tomorrow, so hopefully we'll have a couple of my car boot haul videos coming up as well. So hi to you all, hope you're having a lovely weekend. Enjoy the rest of it, and I shall see you next week. Take care for now. Bye.